Hello and welcome to the next vlog. This one we start to move inside the boat. As you can see, it's got some fixed furniture in here, which has been great for the period we've had the boat, but it's gradually starting to wear out. It's very uncomfortable. It takes ages to get the bed out, and there's a lot of screws missing. It's not in a very good way. So we thought we'd tart it all up a bit. We also want to get rid of the carpet, put some wooden type flooring in. It's taken a bit of time to find the right one, but I think we've got it. But yeah, so here we go inside the boat. So first off, it's actually quite a job getting the old stuff out. It's very well made, despite being old, and it's bloody heavy as well, but it comes out okay. Surprising how big it looks when you start taking bits out. Unfortunately, we couldn't go to the local skip with this because you have to prove you live locally, so it's all chucked in the car and taken back home, which takes ages. Anyway, so we've got the carpet out, and there's my dear wife Heather pulling up all the staples. She's found her forte in life here. She's really good at it. Getting up all the gripper rods. So obviously, while all the carpet and everything's up, it's a great idea to take up the boards and have a look and see what's underneath. And to my delight, it's all lovely and dry, which is great. There's just some surface rust on there, nothing to worry about. But you can see all the slabs on one side of the boat. That's easy all to get up. I was being a bit haphazard with it, so Heather took over and is doing a much better job, much more thorough. It's quite surprising how far under it goes on the side of the boat. You get a bit more extra room under there. So we're sort of looking at getting extra access into the bilge, and also maybe even using some of it for storage. So just looking around to see the best way of doing it. So with everything out, it looks pretty big in there now. Beyond the point of no return.
Okay, so what have we got? So it's trying to imagine what you'd like to see a whole floor of when you arrive, isn't it? Mm. I think I'm going more for the woodland one.
Yeah.
I know it's a bit more traditional, a bit darker.
Yeah.
But it's probably going to show up less muck.
Uh-huh.
It's more varied.
Yeah.
When you get a lot of it, there's more sort of dark and light tones. Uh-huh. I think it's warmer.
Okay.
In colour.
Yeah.
It might look a bit cold, especially if you've got a grey sofa on top of a grey floor, and maybe it just gives you a bit more contrast. Yeah, I think probably the woodland one.
Woodland one, thumbs up.
Woodland, I think so. What do you think?
I think I should get on and start trying to get the rest of this flooring up. This second one proved to be a right bugger. I got all the screws out that I could find, all the nails out. It just would not budge. I'm trying not to break it. It turns out it had a built-in lip, which you can just see where my fingers are there. so I had to lift the other floorboard up. A right old bugger. And unfortunately had to revert to just yanking it. And so it finally comes free. So lift this one up and you can see it's pretty much the same thing as underneath the other one. We've got 3 more sections. They're slightly smaller than the other ones, which is a shame, but at least we can make use of them. But again, lovely and dry, so pleased about that. So I've been wondering how the water will get from one end of the boat to the other, and it turns out that instead of having a hole through the beams in the middle, mine are at the side, at each side, so you can just see in the very corner there where it would get through to. And it's quite important to have those. Now just stick a screwdriver in there so you can see. Again, that's all the rust scraping up. It seems to be never ending, actually, getting rid of rust. And all tidied up. So it don't look half bad, actually. There's a fair bit of room under there. But everything looks really dry, even the wood, which is really great. So I thought, again, while it's up, may as well treat it. So the trusty old Vactan, just chuck it on and paint it on and let it do its job for 24 hours or so. I'm not going to take up the other slabs because it's really not that bad, so I've just done what's visible. Just let that dry and then I can continue. And that's it for day one. Really couldn't be asked to do any more, so sat and had pizza and beer. Cheers everyone. So the next day, trying to sort out where to put one of the larger hatches so we can make use of the underfloor storage. So I'm going to put this one here. It's going to be under the table, so it's not a lot of traffic around there. You can see the hole. I'm going to need to put some support in because it's quite a big hole on here, so I just got some spare wood and just need to measure how deep it goes just so I can put it on the underside of the board. and there it is, all in situ. You see it straddles the compartments, so I can get to both compartments from here. So there's storage or access, so I can see what's going on. So pop the top on and the lid, and I think it looks quite smart.
This year's going to look a little better. We've got inflation starting to come down, and here are some of the nice hotspots.
And working the way up the boat now.
TV, radio,
There, so that's the second access hole. Just got some small round plastic sort of covers to go on these, which will look okay when they're all done.
That's where we want to know the answers.
and Anne asks, why is it the government that's always blamed for hospital waiting lists, asylum applications, etc.? Surely it's the government's job to appoint staff to do this work, and when it's not done...
And there you have it. I've left these in the plastic so I don't scratch them. But so there's the main one with storage and inspection with the extra strength in there. Ignore that hole. And then there's these two. Again, I put these straddling two sections so I can see all of the sections that I've taken up to see if there's any water or anything in there. That's all I need to do with these. Well happy with that. That looked good when you get the floor down. So this is the next day. Just need to put a hole for a socket in here. Brilliant, so that's now in. This will be hidden as we're going to turn the table into a breakfast bar that sits on that ledge, so you won't see all this. And if I look at the other side, you can see where that goes and how close it is to the gas pipe and how dusty all that is. I'm going to have to clean all that up. As I want to keep this a 12-volt boat, so we don't need to use mains all the time, I want to put a panel in here so that we can use laptops, charge up phones and all that kind of stuff when we're sat at the table. So just trying to figure out how we can get that in there. It's quite a good little unit, this is. You can fit in different 12-volt bits and pieces as you see fit, and you can change it around. Wiring's a bit haphazard though. So now that's in, I've saved you the hassle of looking at all that. So you can see that's gone next door to it, and they're all wired in now. That looks okay. I'm trying to make this a 12-volt boat because when we're out and about, I don't want to use the inverter at all, and we will only use it for the washing machine at the moment. Everything else is 12-volt. So yeah, that'll look good. Hopefully all the staining will get better over time. And I'm particularly pleased and proud of this, which bits of wood from B&Q put on the corner. And looking around, this is really the end of this phase. So now waiting for the floor to arrive, so that we can get the rest of it done, but you can see everything and how it's all been done. Thanks for watching again. Catch you next time with it's probably going to be a flooring one, I would imagine. Cheers, bye bye.